Thank you for coming. I'm going to lead you through a 15-minute workout. It's going to be full body. We're going to do some dynamic warm-ups and then use medium to heavy weights for the exercises. We're going to start with some leg swings. I'm going to move my arms and my legs in the opposite direction. So when my left leg goes forward, my right arm goes forward. I'm looking forward. And switch sides. So we're going to go breezy through this warm-up. You may need more time for any of the areas that we're going through. Hip openers, we're opening up our hips. Then we're closing our hips. Relax shoulders, we're breathing, we're looking forward. Hip circles, big circles. Switch directions. So I'm doing about three to five of everything towards rotation, hip turn, move the arms. Moving those hips. Good. I'm going to reach overhead if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel okay, go to the mid-level if that feels okay, or just noodle the arm. Golf swing. We are moving and pivoting our feet from one direction to the other. Arm swings. Again, deciding how far up you'd like to be. Maybe you only want to go this far, and that's your natural range of motion. As you continue the repetitions, you can go further. And then individual arms. Again, nice loose arms, relaxed arms. And then we're going to do trap taps. So this is upper trap, right where the shoulders meet the neck. Open palm is good, nice and gentle taps. We're going to do a hug, shoulder taps. Hug, release, swing, hug, release, swing. Lat tap. So I'm making a fist. I'm on the side of my hand with the contact of the trap. I'm moving my hips a little bit, moving my torso within reason. All right, so we're going to do some taps here on the front thigh from above the knee to the hip. And then outside the hip, inside. Again, we're breezing through. Taps in the front shin / front lower leg here. 3 taps, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to begin. We're going to begin our exercises. So we're going to do a forward fold. I'm kneeling, my right elbow on my thigh. And I'm pulling. We're going to do 12 to 15. That's 3, 4. Bringing the shoulder blade towards the spine. Try not to drop the shoulder too low, like so. Keep it nice and strong, good form. We're looking down. So my neck isn't actively working. I'm not looking ahead. I'm looking straight down. So neutral neck, neutral spine. Going all the way to 12. I'm going to do 12, just a demo 12. Breathing out through the pull. Inhale down, exhale as we go up. I have 8-pound weights here. You can use 10, 12, even 5. And then we're going to make our way up using our legs. We're going to switch to the other side. Kneeling my elbow on my thigh, and we continue bringing our shoulder blade towards our spine. Try not to lower the weight too low. Again, if you're going too far down towards the ankle or foot, we're rounding our shoulder. You can do a turn as well if you like. I like to keep it super simple. Shoulders are down. So your stabilizing elbow is perched on your thigh, not on your knee. It's close to your knee, but that shoulder should be down. So I call it the no neck. Sometimes we have the no neck feel, making sure that we don't engage our upper trap, the trap that we just tapped a moment ago. 2, 1, and break. Squat, goblet squat. I'm going to bring the weight up, side profile. I'm going to do a little bit of a turn out in my toes. I'm going to squat and stand, shoulders back, squeeze the glutes. I don't want you to use your lower back, but I do want you to do a little bit of a thrust forward with your hips. We are going for 12. You can go super deep where your elbows touch your thighs. I'm going medium. My neck is following my head and back. So I'm not moving my head independently of my torso. Inhale down, exhale, raise up. So whenever we do the work, we're exhaling. We have 5 more. So again, I'm just demoing 12. You can do 15. We're gonna do 1 set per exercise this morning. Full body, we're working our legs right now. Shoulders are down. Elbows are tucked in. Keeping those elbows down. 2, do 1 more. And break. We're gonna make our way down. We're gonna not use a roller or anything. We're just gonna use our weights. I'm gonna go from my side onto my back, getting my weights. Weights are gonna be wide to medium. So wide to medium, I'm gonna press up and down. You can do a tabletop position if you like. Back is flat. You can keep your feet down. Back is flat. I'm looking forward. So that means I'm looking at my ceiling here. I'm doing the work through the push. That means I exhale through the push. Breathing through. Breathing through this workout this morning. Keeping it super simple. We don't have to be super complicated in our moves. Shoulders are down. Again, we're doing 12. I have 2 more. Back is flat. Abs are engaged. And elbows tucked in. Release the weights. Rolling to our side. Making our way up. I did not mention we will need a band. If you don't have a band, use without a band. No problem. So replace the band around the ankles. We're gonna go from one end of the mat to the other. So we're doing some side steps, picking up our feet. So I'm going a little bit beyond the mat. When I go a little bit beyond the mat, I have to make sure I'm picking up my feet so I don't catch the mat. This is a good practice for balance. We're gonna do about 45 seconds in duration. We're not doing rep count for this one. Looking forward, abs are engaged, soft knees. So making sure everything's activating. We're not leaning with our torso. We are using our torso, we are using our abs, but being mindful that we're centered. Our torso centered, our glutes are doing the majority of the work, our legs, front, back thigh, looking forward again. Good. 4, 3, 2, go back to home base where I started, and release the band. We're gonna make our way back down to the floor on our back, supine position. I'm using those weights again for a pullover move. I'm gonna go from my side onto my back. I'm gonna hold the weights like so, center my weights to my hips, back is flat, overhead, return to the hips. Overhead, return to the hips. The breath is important. Inhale as we go overhead, exhale as you return. 12 reps. Again, 12 reps of everything. Keeping it simple. You could go for 15, go at your own pace. You can also pause the video if you want to do more. Longer duration, all good. But again, keeping it simple this morning. Simple exercises, but very effective. You can make it more complicated and be in tabletop position. Let's say again, like we did in the chest press, you could do tabletop. Your range of motion is a little bit different. It's a little bit smaller as opposed to going all the way, the full arc towards the hips. I like to do it this way. There isn't a quote unquote best way. It's what works for you and your body. Finding that breath, not holding our breath. All right, finishing up. Shoulders down. Looking up or closing your eyes, but make sure you're releasing the neck. Elbows tucked in to release the weights. Elbows to the sides. I'm gonna release them. I'm gonna do a quick little knee rock. Rocking side to side. I'm gonna stay on my back. Place the weights on my hips/stomach. I'm gonna bridge and lower. Bridge and lower. You can make it a little bit more complicated and do a single leg bridge. You can do alternate sides. You can do just a double bridge. You can place your feet on the roller and you're a little bit elevated. You can place your feet on some type of high surface like a couch, a table, like a coffee table height. That gives you a little bit more activation in the hamstrings. With the weights on your hips/stomach, make sure you're engaging your abdomen. So it's 100% activated. We breathe out through the lift. Inhale as we lower, putting enough pressure in our inner and outer feet. Breathing through. Finishing up strong. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1, and release. So weights to the sides. I'm gonna do a figure 4 knee rock. Figure 4, so I'm making a closed 4 with my leg, with my right leg, and then I'm going side to side. Move the weights over a little bit if you can roll them to the sides, if that feels better. And then we switch to the other side, and we go side to side, breathing through. Seeing how that feels, go as far as you like in each position. I'm gonna roll to my side, onto my stomach, prone cobra. We're gonna do either an elbow prone cobra. So the bridge of my nose and my forehead are down, and I'm gonna raise up, pulling my weight up with my elbows, or my biceps rather. I'm looking straight down the whole time. So now I'm looking at the mat. Okay, so that's 3, or I can do the lengthened arm prone cobra. Please practice your breath. Inhale down, exhale up. You're able to go further in the extension if you breathe well. Squeezing our shoulder blades together as we raise our torso, turning our thumbs up towards the ceiling. Maybe your legs are down, maybe they're raised. Do what feels right for you. Good. Almost there. Going for 12 again. 3 more. Breathing out through the raise. Inhale as you lower. Do 1 more just for good measure. Good. I'm going to press myself up onto all 4s from the knees. Walk those knees up. All right. My hands are stacked right below my shoulders. My knees are stacked below my hips. Cat, cow. Cat, cow. Hip rock. Hip rock. Hip rock. Hip rock. We're going to go for a plank. We're going to do an elbow plank and hold for a minute. We're going to do a side plank and hold for a minute. I'm going to stick with the side plank. Front plank, side plank. Keep it super simple. Relaxing the hands. We're going to do a minute in duration. Everything is working. It's an iso hold, meaning that you're holding everything all at once at the same time, but you're not holding your breath. That's the tricky part. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth if you can. Some people have a hard time with nose breathing. We're going to switch to the other side. If you are in a side plank position, if you are in an elbow position, please continue that elbow position. Breathing through, shoulders down. Good. Elbows are directly stacked below the shoulders. If they're a little bit elevated, your trap will activate. So just be mindful that your upper trap is not activated. Legs are working, glutes are working, abs are working, arms are working. Your breath is working. Again, practice that breath. Neutral neck as well, so you're not dipping the neck or bringing it up or down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release those hips. Child's pose stretch. Knees apart. Bum back.